Yes, I came to brief him. Yes, I came to brief him on the details of my discussion with the leaders of Niger.
Would you say your intervention was positive, successful?
Interventions are ongoing, and we'll continue to do our best to bring the two parties together to improve understanding. This is a time for public diplomacy. It's not a matter that we leave to governments. All Nigerians, all Nigerians need to be involved to find a solution that works for Africa, a solution that works for Niger, that works for Nigeria, and a solution that works for humanity.
There are also reports that you took this initiative by yourself and you're not the government's delegation.
No, I'm not the government. I'm not.
Okay.
I was not sent by the government.
Okay.
The government officials were aware I was going, but it was my personal initiative, using my personal contacts to get there, and I will continue to do my best. It is my duty as a leader to do that.
This way, sir. This way, sir. Sir, this way, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Let's move. Let's move. This was sir. Don't
You see, the mistake has been done, as far as I know. In the first place, the appointment of Ibn Sunusi in the first place was not right. Because the position of the Emir of Kano, you inherit it. The Emir of Kano, Amina Ado Bayero, his father was the Emir of Kano, Ado Bayero. He was there for over 60 years. His father, his grandfather, his grandfather has been the Emir of Kano. On his mother's side, his mother was a princess from Ilori. Her father, her grandfather were the emirs of Ilori. Lamido, his father was never an emir. In the history of Kano, over 200 years, there has never been a kind of situation that has happened the way it happens to Lamido. Because there has never been an emir that was appointed the emir of Kano his father was not an emir. He's the first.
Sarakindawaki, listening to you now, are you saying in Kano?
Yes.
Or now let's talk about emirate politics, which is also enmeshed in the Islamic traditions.
True.
Are you saying when the government is reaching out to get a new emir, they don't consult some of the traditional people like yourself and others who understand the history and culture of the people?
You see, it's very, very unfortunate. I'm sure you know what has happened.
No, we don't know. That's what we're asking.
I'm sure you know.
Are you saying you were not consulted?
Is it possible that the politicians will do this in isolation?
Arbitrarily?
You know?
It is possible there is something that was done. Anyway, I'm sure you are aware that even why Sunusi is back, because he has paid for it.
I don't get you. He's paid for it.
He has paid, he has given them money, he has given the governor and Konkoso money.
You mean
he funded their campaign?
You mean money was paid?
Yes, he was. He said it.
And you have the evidence. You have
of course, I have the evidence. He paid money. That's why he came back.
That's a very serious allegation. But are you saying
it's not an allegation?
Are you saying
even Lamido himself said it.
Does he belong to the royal family of Kano?
His father, yes. His father was an his grandfather was an emir. Right. But the issue is, if your father is not an emir, in the history of God, I have never seen an emir was appointed that his father was not an emir.
Even when the grandfather was an emir?
Even when the grandfather is an emir.
Wahala for dirty body, double wahala for dirty body, double wahala for dirty body. Portable say wahala, 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 wow. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kwana Lapia. Good morning, anywhere you are joining from. This is on politics. The breaking news happening in Kano. Emir Adobayaro has appointed his brother to occupy one of the most prestigious positions in the Emirate Kingdom called Galadima. The interesting thing is that Sanusi had made the same appointment to that position early this month, I think about 3 weeks ago. That means we have two emirs in Kano. I said it a couple of days ago now, 3-4 shows ago that I did the Bakonko show. That yes, he has it, the governor and the emir, but they are in court. So what an interesting time. Double Wahala, Womes, my regard, my brother, aliens. Aliens. Yes, Wahala everywhere.
Of Kano decided Alaji Aminu Adebayo CFR.
I think the traditional institution has always been like that. Maybe time changes everything, and they say time is something from God, and there is nothing anyone can do. But when you look at the traditional institution before the colonial era, during the colonial era, and after the colonial era, it is an institution that has remained constant. The changes are there, but the values, the traditions are kept, that whoever comes in will just queue in and it is perfect for us. So the traditional institution has always been the gap bridger between all parts of the country. Certainly, that's why when I became the Emir of Kano about 4 or 5 years back, I went around virtually all the states of the Federation. And my visit here is a continuation of what I've been doing. But this is very special because, like I said, the Ujale is an enigma. He's a ruler with a difference. He's a leader that we all need to know and copy from. And Alhamdulillah, I'm happy in my lifetime, in my reign, I'm here. And the experience I tapped from him today is experience that will live forever in me.
Sir, what would you say that Kano Emirates and finally, what would you say Kano Emirates and Ijebu share in common?
Kano and Ijebu, I look at them like twins as far as I'm concerned, especially in terms of commercial activities. We all know Ijebu very well. And this Kano is just a carbon copy, or rather I would say Ijebu is the carbon copy of Kano. Not Kano the carbon copy, sorry for being selfish. But the truth is we have a lot in common. the religion, the culture, the tradition, and the most important thing, like I said, commercial activities. We are all traders, and I think we have gained a lot. I cannot count the number of people from Ijebu in Kano, and I'm sure there are a lot of Kano people in Ijebu. So certainly, like I said, they are like twins, and I hope this my visit will continue to bridge the gap. And like I said, I'm here in May, and I hope to be back in.
So we see it as a handshake across Niger, and it is believed going to actually increase relationship positively between the Jebu Kingdom, the Jebu land, and the Kano Emirate. So it's a very welcome development, and we are happy that everything went successfully without any hitch.
Mark, you said I see no end to this as its Jagaban will allow the two cousins to rule Kano. No, 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 no. Jagaban stand is very clear now. Jagaban no said. Jagaban is that how do I take advantage of this situation, for my own re-election? That's what the move is about. So that's why, a couple of days ago I said it. All you need to do is just to weigh the two politicians, right? Konkoso and Ganguje. Who has more value as we speak, right? Ganguje is not electable. His public image is done. Ganguje dollar. So it's not marketable, it's not electable. So it's of no use to Tinubu compared to what Konkoso is bringing to the table. Konkoso is bringing at least, INEC say 1 point something million he got. That is coming with him. He is coming with sitting governor, and it's a no-brainer to to have to put icing on the cake is to make his boy emir, and that's it. And that's what's going to happen. So with this one, with CPC, that's the Buhari angle. I mean, we understand what the Northwest bring to the table when it comes to electoral position. They are bringing in the numbers, and Kwankwaso, no matter how popular he is, you cannot still rival that of the popularity of Muhammadu Buhari. As far as he's still alive, that guy go see the command at least 5 million faithful, give or take. So you cannot underplay the influence of Buhari. So where Ingo give his nod at the appropriate time, and then followers go. So using Konkoso to augment that vacuum that in case Buhari did not go his way is going to create is a no-brainer. So Ganguje can never fill that vacuum. It shows in the past election. I'm waiting with the APC gets compared to waiting. So it's not Sanusi will eventually emerge as a winner, but trust me, Tinubu is doing what a good politician will do. Just keep making the situation fear. Fear is the most lucrative product out there. It's very expensive, and whoever is in control of that, that's where the idea of elite comes into play. Ability for you to command and persuade numbers of people. It's what makes you an elite. So Tinubu understand that. So create fear. Just keep that uncertainty, fear, just like Trump did with the tariff, right? Just rattle everybody up in the morning, in the evening. You say, hey, how are they? That's exactly what Tinubu is doing. Yes, the Supreme Court is not going to cast a final judgment. I don't think that will happen anytime soon. But if it's going to happen, it's going to go on the Sanusi way. Or Unless Tinubu no trust Koko, so full 100% loyalty, right? And a couple of days ago, I also suggest that as far as this move is concerned, it's Tinubu that is on the forefront. But I never understand what is going to be Konkoso game. This could just be it. As I was alluding to the fact that if in John APC, then given the chairmanship of the party, that would make sense because going forward, Konkoso will use that position to build his own political structure ahead of 2031. But that's one. Two, and I said that maybe they put go on his head. Either either you submit or we toss your boy out. So that's what is playing out now. So Galadima and the other, so as we speak, we have two emirs in Kano, and both of them are making appointments. You know, they are appointing their brothers and loyalists to a very important position called Galadima, which is pretty much is as important as more as the emir, but of course, we can understand the power of the emir himself. You said this is a political tussle is deep. Of course, this is power. It's power. It's history, politics, and power that is at the highest. That's what is happening. I see no end to this. So, if to say there are distance relatives, say one for don't carry one go serve, but not them. So it's deep. But I think Tinubu is is going to be eventually winner here. Tinubu know what they do. Yeah. So, but most importantly, he holds the nuts by the balls, like in so many angles. The turn by turn narrative favor him. The fact that he is in control of Lagos politically and economically. That's what people don't understand. Don't understand about Tinubu and the grips he has currently over the country. He is in control of Lagos politically and economically, and Lagos is the heartbeat of the nation. Those that are around the elite, those that control power understand. They know that the business elite, the billionaires, they understand that. So Bola Tinubu has what it takes to just destabilize Lagos if push comes to shove. So the people where they think say, oh, Bola Tinubu will lose 2027, they don't understand how Nigerian power actually works. So Bola Tinubu get that. So from that angle, is in control. Then ability for him to just create confusion, tap into problem for where it matters, right? We see what is happening in Port Harcourt. If things is getting out of control, when I mean out of control, say he no fit control the situation in Kano again. And the same thing will happen for Port Harcourt, where Rivers State will happen for Kano, and nothing will happen. They will give them Okechukwu Emeka as the sole administrator. Oh my word! Uh, I say, Mark, say, uh, we gradually, with Gandu dollar, let go of APC chairman. Wait it be let go. We him be Mark. Now one for you. The question where you go ask who him be. First way he go lose the constituency. He go lose the polling unit. The way things they go so. Now he say he no go let go. What do you mean by no go let go? Who is he? That no go let go. Now he get am. Not Tinubu put on there. I mean, not Tinubu put on there now. What did he bring to the table? How many people they loyal to them for Kano as it is now? So yeah, it's nobody. It's done. That's why I say it's not sellable. It's not marketable. It's literally useless. It's a liability to the party. It's only glory now, Tinubu. So he's Tinubu can toss him, and Tinubu they put on there just to cause the confusion, to keep Konkoso on balance, but most importantly to put that a whole north zone, you know, in a kind of there's no conversation that will go around there without him being on the table. That's pretty much. Make we not forget, leading to the election 2023, the guy pretty much relocated to Kano at one point. The guy was living in Kano pretty much because it wasn't easy for them. No one made it easy for her like that. Both the Dantatas and the Dangotes, and so it was hard. So now when the offer now when be commander in chief, haba, he has all the cards are in his favor. But it seems like a flogging a dead horse, I think. No. So you need to factor in that Sanusi and Jagaba interests are far apart. It doesn't matter. You have to who holds the card. Let me use the words of Trump. Tinubu, every power, as far as Nigeria is concerned, they are the at beck and call of Mr. President. The interests of Mr. President come first. He has the monopoly of anything. As I said, just all you need to do, just look at the other side of the Niger. Look at rivers. What is happening in rivers? What is it going to cost Tinubu to implement the same thing in Kano? Nothing will happen. Forget all this gra. Where everybody they do so. All this threats. No. Tinubu is sitting now. He hold the heartbeat. The economy heartbeat of the country is under his pocket, which is Lagos. Nobody fit threaten him. Nobody go fit threaten him. So all this gra way these northern people they do so na lie. They are just their main target now will be collectively, but individually they need to position themselves. They need to put themselves in a position whereby that consensus that will eventually come 2031 will favor any one of them. That's what is going on. Tunubu is not threatened. Tunubu has the upper hand in this one. So Sanusi, Sanusi be the na him be the to say the lowest hanging fruit, or na him be the weakest link. You understand? He is the weakest link. The only thing Sanusi has going for him is that he is kind of valuable in the sense that he is politically he's smart and he is a good communicator. So having him on your side in a way you can use him, all right? So it's like Kokozo is like a general in Kokozo hand. It's one of his tools. So now the both of them so Tunubu no sense. Tunubu knows if he commot Sanusi, Konkozo will succumb. So Sanusi interest, nobody care about Sanusi interest in this case. Nobody cares. Now begging go they beg. In the beg on the ground now. Imagine he now sit down for the throne, but the other man where they come out, see they are make appointment to the same position where he don't appoint person before 3 weeks ago, and is making national headline. What do you think that means? They won't give us sleepless night. Because it's not over here. They are trying to tell you, say, come, don't be comfortable now with the Supreme Court. So see, you said the mark said, so Jagaba might not trust your man. The He's a politician. Trust, trust is far from which way to be trust. That word doesn't exist like that, too. You see, now power, now equal power, they trust each other. No, you don't fit trust them. Because at the that minute, they feel switch am. Hence, why Jagaba might be having cold feet, letting go of Ganduje. No. See, Now, make I. You have to again. What you are not. What the only again. If you are going to war or if you are faced with a competition or you are going into a competition, you will put your best foot forward. Your best food is consists of these two ingredients: experience and talent. Once you have these two things, then from the third angle now, the capacity to actually work hard. Once you have these three in one person, at every junction when you are faced with your life and death situation, you want to put those people forward. So that's where what these two Ganguje Dollar and Sanusi have in common, right? Now, them be the two weakest link, but at the same time, based on their experience and their talent, politically speaking, you have to now then see be the best people to use. It's like what US is doing with Ukraine, right? Proxy war. You understand? Again, factor in tomorrow. Going forward, who has more to lose and to gain? Konkoso has the ambition of becoming the president of this country. Either that one go possible or not, is a story that is unfolding, right? Tinubu needs to finish in second time. I'm giving you this to say how far they are ready to go to protect what they have going for them, right? Ganguje is in to protect his name. He has to clear that name. So that's the only thing. I think that's the only thing that keeps him awake at night. How do I clear this name before I die? It's just as you they talk about language a dollar. You understand? He cannot contest for anything again. Nobody go vote for him. It's done. But he's singing to clear that name. And the na only president go fit do am. Maybe last Tinubu go pardon him, right? They go clear him. I think now waiting. Maybe the last now waiting they go give up. They will clear a name for him. Sanusi, on the other hand, that's it. I don't think Sanusi go die happy if he no reclaim, if history no record and say yes, he die as the sole emir of Kano during his reign. So you have to weigh in what everybody having, waiting in for each of them. Now, then you factor in, say how far, what do you think Tinubu will do? How far can he go to make sure he retain his second time? We don't stand for rivers. And Konkoso understand this Konkoso and Sanusi knows if Tinubu will do am and nothing will happen. He has a lot over Ganguje, unlike he does over your man Konkoso. The governor, no. See, governor and Sanusi, but let's see how the whole event plays. No, yes, if you see it from that angle, yes, but you have to take into their individual interest, into their ambition now. Konkoso has put it all out there that he wants to be president. That is the danger of you putting your ambition forward beforehand, right? That is why Obi cannot pretend or cannot retrieve. He has to keep going. You understand? That's why when you ask some people, are you going to condemn? But they'll tell you no, because once you make your cards known, you don't underestimate where your opponent or your enemy will come from. So for the fact that he has invested so much to say I wants to be president, that's all. And who can make that possible? If any human being alive, if any human being alive can make you a president, is the current president. Kunkuso understand that if anybody can crush your ambition too, now see the sitting president. And again, it's coming from a region that there are a lot of talent within that region. That's another angle that I have to look at Kunkuso predicament from. Yes, he has 1 million follower votes. Yes, he has a sitting governor. Still, Buhari is still leading in terms of political capital. He's still leading. Then there are 7 states there. Every state, every governor there has equal power, or if not more powerful than Kongoso, right? Then you now look outside the current sitting political leaders, right? If you look at the angle of El-Rufai, even the Sanusi himself, they say no, if he lose this battle, he tells say no go, if he no go war on for president, and tell me if you no go accumulate a followership within 6 months. So Kwankwaso is not that safe. He no be like Obi, the safest politician right now in the country. But at the same time, no, I use that word in terms of rivalry, in terms of if you wake up in the morning and say, okay, let me look at my neighbors who could fit challenge me for this position where they go for. Obi, nobody fit challenge Obi for start. The only person that is Obi problem now is the sitting president, and that's obvious, right? Give him another 4 years, he's out of the game. Even if Tinubu cannot, I don't think Tinubu can retain the same power and loyalty that Buhari is enjoying now after he leave power. Nobody can rival Obi again going forward after Tinubu, at least for the next 2 to 3 elections. That has been covered within the north, south, south, southeast, southwest. And I will see push out to north, north central. But Konkoso is not in that position. Anywhere Konkoso look, competition day. Hence, he has to cut out to the president. So he go get, because why you think say he no want go back to PDP? Despite say Atiku is leaving PDP. And he's taking a lot of people along with him. Why you say he there's no conversation along that say PDP and Konkoso is going, even though he's well, if I can't, I would say he's one of the founding members of PDP from a distance as a young politician then. Men, they are ahead of him that time. But it's not even going that route. Why? Because if he can convince the president that he will be loyal, because now the conversation that is even ongoing within at the party level is that Konkoso for them to trust Konkoso, that's APC chieftain and the top principles of APC. They are saying for them to trust him, he has to apologize. Remember a couple of months ago when this torso of Emiaship star Konkoso accused the president, the vice president, and the entire APC of trying to cause anarchy that will potentially lead to another creation of Boko Haram. I'm paraphrasing. So they are saying that he has to apologize and take his word back for them to even trust him first. So all he needs to do now is to convince president and the party member that like yeah, that yes, I am in all in. And if he can gain that trust, leverage the governorship that he's currently having and the followership, and able to work his way to the chairmanship of the party, that's the best thing that can happen to him. Because remember, 2 problems did not face going into 2031. They have to make sure Obi, they have to beat Obi first. That is collectiveness. Then individually, they have to start positioning themselves for a consensusship, because last now consensusship kind of not go project. But who will get that uh, consensusship depends on how you finish in 2027. So when I they always use Olympic as a reference, that presidential election is pretty much an Olympic sport because now for 4 years, so they are the semi-finals level now, right? They are the semi-finals level with the understanding that if I have to quote one of my coach from Ibadan, Coach Henry, no, Coach Akiade, who make me understand that the game of final is a game of anybody. Let's even put it that way first. Once you get to the final, you stand the chance of coming out with the gold. The same thing if you were able to clinch a major political party candidacy, you are 50% in, either in America or in Nigeria. Get PDP ticket, get APC ticket, SDP ticket, maybe these days now, Labour Party ticket. You're already in the final. Anything can happen, right? Then, so this is at the core of each northern political presidential awful mind, from Konkoso to El-Rufai to every one of those governors, from Zulum to the vice president, every one of them. But again, I get another coach from Akure, Coach Ini, may so rest in peace, who say it's not be only speed go make you win the 100-meter final. It's also take heart. And who get heart pass? And you can, and that's another thing that you have to give to Konkoso that has going for him. If you have to, just you need to do is to examine what transpired 2023 election when they invite them to come to Kaduna House. Now the only Akuya, the good deal, say, you know what? No, I don't fuck with those motherfucker men. Who be them? It has its own mind. That's what I'm trying to say. So he feels that all you need to do is to be in a good position, politically speaking, in a good party, then leverage his followership and the governorship he's having, and let people understand that I am different than the flogs that are competing with me. That is the art. But again, I once asked roommates in Qatar from Ethiopia and Kenya, all those long distance runners. They look me deep in my eyes and say, Fred, forget all this your muscle. You have a big muscle with a small heart. I was like, what the hell are these guys talking about? They say, okay, they say for you to understand what we mean, follow us tomorrow morning. Let's go for a long run. I joined them. That time I they run 400 midday. I they believe them, man. At least if we are to run easy run for 1 hour, I can hang. 45 minutes in, my leg begin to shake. Now I turn back. 3 good damn hours. These motherfuckers are still going. 3 hours, human beings see they run. So when they finally come back, we meet for hours. They say, now, do you understand what we mean that all you have is just a big muscle but a small heart? Now, where am I going with these 3 examples? Right? A big heart wins the race. Game of finance is a game of anybody. The northern political presidential hopeful have this at the back of their mind. So other than collectively, they want to make sure they stop will be presidential ambition going beyond 2027. But at the same time, each individually want to position themselves to take advantage of that consensusship candidate that will eventually happen in the North. So there's so many factors to consider that what Kokoso is actually facing. Kokoso has so many complaints, has so many things working against him, but at the same time, he has advantage compared to some of those people within that same northern region. Better, you said, Max, by the way, Ovie, did you watch about the interview with our Delta State solicitor mounting up yesterday that him and other APC member will take Jagaban down? I do not take him serious. Who be that person? Who be your solicitor first? Who be your solicitor? I don't think people still don't understand what Bola Tinubu is doing. People still don't give that man credit. People never understand waiting that man. If there is one state that is loyal to PDP, that is PDP, other than the whole entire north southeast that lost their patronage going to 2023 because of Atiku's dogma. I don't think there's any other party in the country, any other state in the country that is more PDP than Delta. From since 1999, that party never get no threat from anywhere. If there's any threat, not just within themselves action. But Bola Tinubu flip am. He flip am. Like just this movie, what happened deserve a book on its own. People who know the Itoto, the power brokers in that region. I think somebody need to actually the likes of Ibori, the likes of Chief Solomon Ogba, the likes of people need to actually sit them down and interview them. I don't know how Chief Robert Clark will feel today to say see they are alive. My God damn. So Tunubu was able to turn that over. How it started by doing what? Welcome the 1999 political class. That is the foundation of Delta PDP, which is the face is Ibori. He bring them in. So people really don't understand what happened in Delta yet. And again, politicians like Konkoso knows. They understand what can happen to Kano overnight. So whatever deals that Tinubu actually caught with the Delta people, Lord Jesus, I don't know. Because the strings that are working, the power that are operating within that region, Obasanjo too leg they there. Right? All those shenanigans, all those patronage they give the Olu of Warrior and all that. So if you look at the political side of it, is that how do I control all? Because there's money in that fucking state. Now the only state where federal government never really feel control like that. Might be that state. So I'm interested to know the role Festus Keyamo played. I want to know the role Remi Tinubu played for them to just overturn that state like that. I mean, for Atiku, for his own right hand man to flip. Like, wait, like, nah, man. It's a lot of things. There's, we will look back to these days, 20, 30 years from now, and say, God damn, Jagaban actually came through the political history of that country. He came through. The last days toward 2027 will be interesting. Okay, let me see where you are going with this. Will be interesting if votes do count in motherland. Jagaban will not smell the seat again. He's still O2. He might lose it. All these people say, man. No go get no get attack. Oh. Okay, oh, if vote can, who go win? Eh? I bet I'm listening. Vote can, who go win? If vote can, who go win? See, let's even put the power of all these incumbents. Let's even put that aside and actually look at things dead in the eyes. Since they declared the election of 2023 over till today, who is actually working to win 2027 among the candidates we knew? They are all working. Atiku is leveraging the old, techniques of just keep oiling the individual institutions. When I mean individual institution, the elite that hold sway in various constituencies. That's why you always see him with his convoy. They attend where did they do this, that, do that. That is the old way of continuing doing things. Obi, on the other hand, take a different angle, which is let me just pretend to be listening to what the people are saying. I play along. Very effective, if you ask me. Is that enough? Then, with the power of social media, Tunubu, on the other hand, never stop campaigning too from day one, making sure the military guys are well are well taken care of. First of all, give them 18 billion. The religious institution is up to tax another 19 billion. Abi, appointment, strategic appointment from young people to women to everybody. All these are political campaign move, but most importantly, the young people, which is where Obiha sway. The guy decided to give the position, the number one position with the social hierarchy of the young people, with the minister of youth, give am to a young person and attach that guy to his son. What are they doing? They are doing two things with one move. What? They are doing the same thing that Atiku is doing, which is what? Oiling the individual powerhouse. Would you see the move with Tinubu they move from emir of this to governor of that to this and that, with the minister of the youth right beside him, with a slogan or with a mission of doing what? Trying to what? Carry out I don't know where they want to do the youth convention again. That one, but the second angle to that movement is to go after what what one can say is Obi constituency, which is the young people. That's why it is young, they pop up for some strategical places. Rubbing shooter with the young elite influencers. But money as they go, so Bolivar follow. So the man is not resting. So if you are saying make election day free and fair, my brother, I don't even know what that means. But there is another constituency that people, whenever we put that into the equation, they go say we be conspiracy or we too they blame white people. No. Cannot become president of Nigeria without the Western war led by the CIA, Pentagon saying yes. And if you did win or assume that position without their consent, God bless you. Right? So as we speak, Tinubu is doing excellently well. When it comes to the foreign angle perspective, As we speak, there is a delegation from Tinubu administration in Brazil, rubbing shoulder and strategizing with the BRICS leadership on how to go after Trump tariff blow. On one hand, on the other hand, the IMF angle, the Bretton Woods institution still control or trying to be reshaped by the Donald Trump administration are satisfied with Tinubu's doing. As I said, the last appreciation move was $1 billion that was given to him, and it went on a presentation tour. Oga, this is how far I've done for the past 17, 18, whatever month he has been in the office, from France to London. He's doing excellently well in that angle. My brother. So I don't understand why would I say election could be free. Election will be free and fair if you understand the replacements of USAID that is already 10 years in. If you understand that, it will be free and fair. If you listen to J.D. Vance's speech in Europe, when he was telling the leader, say, come, if you refuse to listen to the yearning and the voice of your citizen, I'm sorry, America cannot help you. Underline that kind of statement is that if your citizens are already in our control, they're in our palms, thanks to the power of social media and AI, we determine what they want, how they think, how they feel. So if they say this is who they want, yes, that is because we engineer it. The same thing applies to Nigeria as we speak. Just listen to our influencers, our journalists, our medias, those institutions that are put in place to constantly speak to our subconscious. Just listen to them. What drives them? So we are finished from that perspective. So election, yes, will be free and fair. And who determine a free and fair election anyway? The last time I checked, the Americans, maybe how they determine now. To understand what I mean by that, go listen to Chimamanda when they cry. To, boy, good times ahead. I'm telling you, good times ahead. But anybody will say Tinubu no go win. I am waiting for that person to tell me who is going to win and how. And how? Show me the workings. Show me the workings of that person. Show me the workings. Then I'll show you the forces that also, because it's a competition. If you no train, your opponent they train. That's how the game is all about. So vote do count, vote no count. Oh, the man is working to end that vote. He's working to end it. This is a man who came to power by literally waging war against every other power block you can think of, from Asu Rock to the ghettos of any like, and he overrun them. You can't tell me in the power who now in charge of every persuasive mechanism that is available. He has monopoly of everything, money, violence you can think of. You say he won't lose power. It isn't a good luck when I get for that. I'm talking about the individual character, a man that understands what power is all about. I like that guy go die there. Akusibeni, he go die there. Nothing go move out. Nothing. I don't see. I just hope Obi still. I mean, all these men, they know themselves anyway. All Obi have to do is to maintain his position now, right? You know, don't go below 6 million votes. Don't go below third position. Then you will be the lion to beat going to 2031, and that is when the country will be interested. Jesus Tega. Onokpasa is his name. The interviewer clip in his Arise YouTube will be the move of Delta government. Make I sorry, till the talk. Move was done by James and the former governor Ifeanyi. Which you see, just na the 1999, not be Tinubu people them. Will be your man or Obi will win. Who be my man or Obi? Concoso win what? 2020. Oh, for 2027. For someone join APC, you say he go. You say so he go come win the ticket over the sitting president. I mean, what are you talking about? It's really a shame in the 21st century. All right, you hear me now? Come on, I don't know who they deceive Mark. What would I know they deceive on ourselves? Eh? How they deceive on ourselves? Say it's really a shame. 21st century, the criteria to win an election is by totally by brown envelope. Not be saying at 21st century since the dawn of civilization. In fact, since the agricultural revolution take center stage, now money they determine power. What do they talk about? Anywhere on the planet Earth, they use Ghana, UK, and all. What are you talking about? Oh, they deceive now. I think you belong to the generation that deceive that good name is better than money. Stop deceiving yourself. Oh. A popularity now go give now be the criteria. Number one criteria to become president anywhere in the world is popularity. And to be popular, you know what it means in today's world. Now money go take you there. Ah, common judge to be district judge, a judge in Wisconsin here, Minneapolis, close to $2 million was spent. How much do you think was spent to bring Donald Trump to power? Yeah. To be a member of the cabinet, Donald Trump cabinet, all those motherfuckers drop nothing less than $10 million just to be appointed as a cabinet member, plus hard work. Yeah, am I back now? Nah, am I back now? Nah, this thing, what's it? Nah, connection. Can you hear me now? So stop deceiving yourself. Oh. Now money be power. Oh. You have to drop bar. All this one, I don't know. This idea, we see they believe the idea it says it's a shame, Brian Velo. No get bar or not be in a position to raise bar. Nobody go, now people go make you president now. Now how they do, I know the money that they spend. So we should start deceiving ourselves. Doesn't happen anywhere. Not in Ghana, not in US, not in UK, not in Nigeria. Money determines who gets that position. Whether you spend your own money or people come together collectively and spend their money. Either way, it takes serious money, serious freaking money. As we speak, for the incoming midterm election for America, the midterm, say na 2 years and they elect a member of House of Representatives. Already, Democrats have raised over $2 billion already for midterm election. $2 fucking billion for what? Midterm election. 2023, Mark Zuckerberg dropped about 400 million to get Democrat into power. That's not just one person spending. Oh. Donald Trump re-election. Elon Musk, within 5 months, it dropped 250 million, an average of 50 million every month to bring people out to what? For votes for election. So, my dear, book una wey dey deceive una sef. You know, they deceive una sef. America, it is legal to bribe people. It is legal to bribe people for votes. It's the passage of Business Entity Act, I believe they call it, where they now pretty much equal individual rights to an entity that the same right where you get now your business gets. The same right where you get one vote where you feel donate nine uh, uh, organization like business entity like Apple, what trillions of dollars also have. So how much those people they spend just to make sure their interest is at the center stage. So bros, we should not deceive ourselves. Read what you wrote in full context. Yes. Money is needed. Never mention it. I am speaking about motherland. Out here, me and you, the Jagaban will not even win his party. Now, those you deceive on ourselves. All those ones. I will suggest you read my. Why you say I don't understand. What are the criteria? See, I don't understand how nation state they work. The actors within the now cult. That's what I was trying to point out to Chika, Dr. Dameji, and everything I call. The nation state is a cult. You understand? All these una vote, all what are just charade, na just festival, just to make una happy. Doesn't matter. The idea is Bola Tinubu will not get a vote for his own party. Even though you are just, I know you are exaggerating, but I know you don't understand how things work. First of all, you need to understand political party in a private entity, it's a private business entity, and people get them. Show him of what Clinton power, rewriting laws and regulation. That's what political party is all about. So they engineer you. Now then people they engineer you to put for this. You don't have a choice. Now political party will make their selection, present it for you to vote. So the idea that so I think that the problem, this is also part of the problem that we are having. You know, we deceive ourselves too much. This is reality, this is life, but we deceive ourselves. Ability to get the job done has nothing to do with your education, your no, doesn't it has nothing to do with you. Do you understand how system work? That's it. Once you understand how this systems work, and you are able to convince the stakeholders, that people invest in that system, that yes, you understand it, or that means you are going to protect their interests, you are the best candidate. It doesn't matter if you can articulate yourself or not. It doesn't matter. All those ones are just for me and you to the ha ha ho ha 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 about. Doesn't matter. Do you think if Dangote want to invest $1 billion for his own interest, he go come sit down and they think about how you go vote? Who are you? Like, where you come from? Oh, not say poor people could actually determine how power works. All these boot can't vote in tech. There's nothing like that. This is real life. Everybody they hustle the way you they hustle. That's the same thing. This politician, it's about how do I get to the next level? Anywhere in the world. You they watch the Pope the smile. The Pope die under 24 hours. Politicking big starts. Who is going to be the next man in charge? Don't be who holy pass. Oh, that is not the criteria. It's not about who holy pass. It's not about let God determine who be. No. All you need to also understand why the last Pope before this one died. So why he resigned? Fire. Now they put fire for a guy. You can't bear the heat. You either move and allow people that have the heart. When I'm talking about now, who get the pick as the win race, who have the heart to come and lead. Don't be no. It's about sixth understanding of the system. That is what Jagaban understand above every other person. You understand the system. In other words, you understand the stakeholders. The poor people are not stakeholders in the nation state. Are peasants. You are meant to be peasant for life. Peasants don't have choice. So why do you think they will they will come and consult you to make a choice? Mark, you don't make me enter rich mood. So we should stop deceiving ourselves. That's why they always kick against people and say, oh, these people are incompetent, they are foolish, they are stupid. Like you are empowering them to keep leveraging your foolishness for their profit. What is going on is that they are what mortgaging our future and leveraging it. They are playing games with it for their own game. You say they don't know what they do. They are not qualified. They are not this. We need to change. But it seems you are quick to conclude. I know Lagban in the Western society is not sellable in the Western society. Money is needed, but the person should be also be sellable. Now they tell you now, sellable to who? You keep missing the point. Sellable to who? Who is buying? What is the product that you are selling? Who are you selling it to? Now the same thing. You keep saying the West. Are they not human being? This is I'm giving you how human being they literally operate in real life. Forget the textbook of things. Yes, the person must be sellable to who? Why now they are moving? Why they don't come consult you and me and you? Why do you think with all the coalition that is going on, nobody talking about how do we bring the masses of the people and tell them what we are going for? Why do you think that is? Obi, who is pretending to be listening and speaking to the voice of the people, did you see the attack that he's getting? Like, no, it's not about quick to conclusion. I just tell you, say, presidential election is like an Olympic sport. You don't just say you won't win Olympic by just jumping in middle or halfway. It doesn't work like that. You have to show what is your work. Even the guy who is at the top of the game, you let me use practical example of sport. You say, but during his 8 days, that nobody, that's a human being that nature favor, the tallest sprinter who can actually roll his leg like a short person. That's who Usain Bolt is. Even at that, you understand that if he no put in the work, they go beat him. My brother, sellable to who? Yes, popularity is at the core of the presidential race. Popular among whose people? What is the criticism against Obi going to 2023? They don't know him. For no, when I say they don't know him, no be say people don't know him. People that matters don't understand him. So how the fuck do you think they will support him? If you don't understand me, how can you protect my interests? Sellable to the establishment and the people. Forget the people first. The establishment, that's the most important thing. And what is an establishment understand? Their interests. Their interests. So if you don't understand my interests, how can you protect my interests? Let no argue. I'm not they argue with you. Me just they tell you how things they work. You know just one belief in how so things they work. You see they go with emotion, say, oh no. It is real. Tinubu has not disappointed those establishments yet. Has he? That's if you believe that in an establishment. He hasn't disappointed the establishment. He has disappointed the masses of the people. Of course. That is because we don't fucking count. We can easily be coerced, either by money, either by out of meekness and kindness, out of persuasion, or out of violence. We are easily, the people are easy, they'll put us together quick, under 2 minutes. They go arrange everybody for where they want me arrange us put. But the establishment, on the other hand, you have to convince them that you, first of all, you understand their interests. If I am part of the establishments and my interest is to the smuggling people come up for Nigeria, 100 every 2 weeks, you better understand that that is the line of the business. If you don't understand it, how do you protect it? So convince me that you understand me first. And that is what Jakagman, this man, knows better than every other person. They know what belongs to the devil and they give it to the devil. They move on. Nobody have the monopoly of knowledge. We are not talking about knowledge here. I am giving you practical example what is happening. You tell me say na knowledge. Tinubu no give money to the military. He no give money to the religious people. They go pilgrim. His son and the people like I'm telling you what they happen. They tell say knowledge. And no, now you they inch on textbook definition of how things should work, which is our problem. How things should work. I don't care about how things should work. I am telling you how things work now, and it's not even a rhetoric that no, you can. I'm telling you the movement that they are doing. I'm telling you who is doing what and who is doing what. These are reality of life. Report reality of life. You they tell me knowledge. It's not. This is not. It's not rocket science. How the kind of money that brought Trump to power is not in the Eden. You know, be saying a story. No, it's right there. This is power. No be. It has nothing to do with this is real. This is matter of life and death. I am quick to compare the West and motherland. What is the difference? I don't understand though. I will not part the same presidential system of democracy like them. They depart the three bands of clear. Like that's my problem with you now. You guys see things in terms of say you they always no. It is not comparing. It is not the same thing. Are we not human beings? The struggle within the human race is how to govern ourselves. So if you don't compare and contrast, then what are you talking about? It's not a quick to compare. It is the reality of life. In fact, the influence of the Western world in Nigeria is beyond what we can comprehend because it is their business interest. They actually molded it like that. Nigeria is not our making. So how the fuck do you describe and understand Nigerian political, economic, and sociocultural structure without bringing in the West? They structured it, they build it. Not you, not me. Like, and they look at it as if it is now everything happened divinely. No, they put it, everything that you are saying is put together by people. It's not spiritual, not be God. It is not rocket science. Exactly. So why are you not saying knowledge? Jagba will not sell in the West. They put him there. Like, what the fuck? Jagaba will not sell in the West. How come they supported him? I mean, if they don't support him, will he be the president? Will he manage their affairs? Like, brother, now common sense, as you said it, no be rockets. I say common sense. Jagaba will not sell in the West. It is the West. Now their best candidate be that. That's why he's the president today. If they talk as say the West na heaven, no be the West me and you they live. What are you talking about? I interact with the people every fucking day. The leaders where you they say the West, the West, the West. Yeah, they see the West are they not human being like us? They know they shit, they know they eat, they know they match grand. What's special about the West? Jagagban will sell everywhere. The Chinese supported him, the Arabs supported him. What are you talking about, my brother? Like, what the heck, no? Like, una just una too evaluate things. He will not sell it. Wait till be the West. Who is the West? He live in the West. All Jagaba investments are in the West. Who manage it? Who are his business partner? Are the Western people. Now you they run his business for Kuwait. I, how would I tell the reason to himself? How? I don't understand. He will not sell it the way. He will not sell it the West. Where can they sell? My guy is always in the West. I be France, London, no be West. He's always in the West. Running things. He say it's not sellable in the West. Like, if it's not sellable, he's not going to sell in the West. He no go. He no go to travel the way they travel. Again, the danger of what we face today is misinformation and disinformation. Things are right in your face, right? If you go by the Brave New World, Osley, they will give you so many choices. You have so many choices. One in 1984 by George Orwell. But at the same time, those choices will be made public. In other words, we are all in an illusion of choice. Even when you they see, say that they are telling you this is who we want by their action, right there, broad daylight, but still you see they argue. This same West give this man 1 billion. You say no, it's not sellable. Like how the fuck? What are you waiting? What is the idea of sellable? Ghana is what is the difference between Ghana and Nigeria? What is the difference? India, what is the difference? Like again, una they look. That's why I say when things they una face. But as I understand, we are the illusion of what? Choice. Things are in your face. You they say, what is the difference between Ghana, India, Nigeria, and America? Tell me the difference and tell me what they have in common. Then you understand how deleted you use these things. What is the difference? And what they have in common? One are largest democracy, one are smallest democracy. But that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that who runs their economy. It's still the Western capitalist that runs all the economies. From India, from Mumbai to Lagos to Accra, the same people, the same Western capitalists, the same system runs every one of them. In other words, their interests come first at every junction. But again, you didn't everything are divine. So when they happen with your phone, you know go see them. So the idea is not be the same. That's why again, I was trying to point out to Chika when they told say the way African people are yearning for strong man leadership is new. I said no. Stop making excuses for the failure of post World War II consensus, which is this idea of democracy, bring everybody together, equal opportunity, employment, full employment, trade union, all goodies and all. That's what they succeeded in doing, which is what the globalization is about. The basic infrastructure work in those countries. I like, yeah, you see my problem. You see my problem. You see my problem. People they talk of serious talk of what is infrastructure in the first place. What is because if that's in a grammar, as I always talk about, maybe a problem. I don't know. Define me infrastructure. So because economically, politically they are the same, the car road where go to New York, now ain't go to Mumbai, now ain't supposed to Lagos, now ain't supposed to Ghana. That's your idea. No, anyway, I will be listening. It's always a pleasure catching up. Same here, my brother Mike. Same here. If you live in America, for example, America is a clear definition. America has 50 countries in one. Countries. I know they miss my word. Every fucking state you go, different. But infrastructurally, they have that in common, right? That's what you are putting. That means, in other words, if you come Texas, you see all the big food chains, the road network, the whatever that make this. We pretty much replicate the same thing in New York and every other thing, but it's still different. This is where that social law and economy, every other thing is coming into play. If that's what you are expecting, in terms of when we compare Nigeria to Lagos, like then you are missing the whole point. You are missing the whole point. One na oga, one na father, right? Just like a father has many children, like Tunubu, we always say that we are the same family that we live in the same house but different rooms. But in this case, America. No, first of all, what we had in common is the colonialism. These countries, India, Nigeria, Ghana, and America. What we have in common is that we are all colonized by what the small Britain, a small island. Now organize all of us. Either, either, yeah, okay, this is it. They came to Nigeria and just say, come, this level that they live on are garbage. They flush it off toilet. Literally kill everyone that is not ready to let go of the past. Zoom them out of the society so they build what we now have, Nigeria. Literally the same thing happened for Ghana. Now going to America, the Americans, in the process of them doing that, the okay, why American history has so much similarity with our history. You have to look at it from the Fulani hegemony perspective. The founders of America are not originally to the land of the Americas, right? They say, come, clear, clear the place out, literally clear and institute themselves. While they were there, the British people, they moved just like as the West hold their foothold in the western part of Nigeria. The Fulanis were coming down from the north, right? And at the fight we see there now, there's no clear winner yet, but some people have been put in the second place. The West has been running the Nigeria, even though the Arab, the Fulanis got there first, right? But that power is still on. No victor yet. No, those that lost. Let me say the Fulani that they never agreed to actually lost like that. They just let go of some of their foothold, which is the economy and you name it. But now in that of Americas, those that clear the native land and assume the ownership won. Those that they say that they are now invaders, the British people. You cannot be running our territory like that. They took up arms and they won. So they established their own. So from there, they went after those empires that the British control. So the English were after losing out of the Americas, lost the American colonies. They used that annoyance and full force descend on India. They run India. They finish them. But India again did not give up. They did not succumb. to total victory of the British people. They head on to just like the Fulanis head on to some their religion. They head on to some of their ways of life, what they've already achieved before the arrival of the British. So the Indians did not succumb. Of course, the economy that raveled, that pretty much was one third of the world that had been the world as at that time. Like 40% of the wealth of the world was in India as at that time, between 14th, 15th, 16th century. But when the British people descend on them, it only take them 40 years to transfer that wealth to what Britain is today. So that's what people don't understand. Transfer that wealth and destroy the land of India. But they did not succumb. They hold on to some of their tradition and all that. That's what they are building on. So if you want to see it, that's not just the nuances that differentiate us. We lost everything. We succumb 100% to the West, especially from the South. Then the northern part of the country succumbs to the Arab invasion, and that's where we are still here today. So if you don't understand the similarity and the differences, you always see anytime anybody is making references to the West, say, "Oh, we are always in the West." No, we are the like we are. All you need to do is just close your eye and think the way we behave. We are more Westerner than the West. That is not natural. That is engineering at its core. We are more Westerner than the Western people. We eat everything that was given to us. Like we ate some. We they compete. Success is who replicates the Western life, but that's who is successful. Who's able to buy their fucking things that are selling to us, people to act and speak the all. That's our goal. Coming to America is the ultimate, like Japan. That's the number one achievement for us, right? Being a citizen of the West. Oh my fucking god, that's like that is the number one achievement you can ever achieve in your fucking damn life. That's all we are just a ceiling. That's why the only thought say if you don't get power, anything where you get now, give them give you. So there's some reality that is right there in front of us that with the overlay, we see the things here, everything is divine. We won't go heaven. We won't go heaven. That's why we they see say people like them, Bola Tinubu, I don't want to be like who you think say you be? Are they not citizens just like you? Those fucking criteria, so you have to be graduate, you have to do other so has nothing to do with survival of life in real fucking time. And that's what the establishment, the real motherfuckers understand. Be but anyway, Kanu is still unfolding. And power at the score, the fight. Ponko so we he no get choice. At this point, he has to join APC if he has to survive because Tinubu will stop at nothing. He will stop at nothing. They can't afford to lose Kanu. He lost it because he know the power. At that time, he can't afford to lose Kanu. He will do everything, just like Port Harcourt. These states are very important. These states are the core. So it's unfolding. Emir Ado Bayero, who with the guest house, still has, I don't even know since he get legitimacy. It's appointing people to highest office of the Emirates, the same position that the man who's occupying the palace right now, Sanusi Ado Bayero. Sanusi, you know, PNC. Sanusi Muhammad Abi Bello Sanusi, whatever it is, who is the loyalist of the Konkoso, literally put him there. Also appointed somebody to that same Galadima, that's the name of the office, 3 weeks ago. But everything is at the beck and call of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is here to decide. Now we know Supreme Court can hardly go against what the president wants. If it is a lie, they lie. Ask Trump. I know the man goes and they compare words. And then they go ask Trump. Trump is dealing with the judges now. You fuck around and find out. They make another compare words. Everybody they do the same. Now that's why like and they try make chica. And Dr. Damage understand say come. It's unfortunate that we are back to where we were, where the world was from between 1919 to literally 2045 1945. Strongman Role, The Return of the Strong God. That's a book I recommend for people to read. The Return of the Strong God by R. Reno. You understand why this the ideology, why the world is pretty much back at where it was over 80 years ago, right? A failure. Some people fail. After the Second World War, it's an agreement that for us never to go back to the idea of nation states. But the idea of nation state, now violence being the idea of nation state. Because the idea, the nation state that we see today now just is new, a new concept to the human civilization. It's a new concept. What 300 years or maybe five? You want to go? They had to millions, billions, even not billions, had to die. They massacre people everywhere, all across Europe, just to institute nation states. Then that bettered the strong man leadership that Chika was trying to say is a new phenomenon. But that was defeated with the Second World War. And the consensus that we should never agree to get back to that place where every state had to be a man for himself. It is that's the consensus that the West pretty much put on the table and the rest of the world bought into it, which opened every nooks and cranny of the world to the sacrilege and the barbarism of few Western elites, to which we are at the receiving end. So when Chika was trying to say it's immunity, no, you are making an excuse for those people. Fail. Never come back. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's a piece of the development that we are seeing coming from Kano. So my conclusion is that Konkoso no get choice, but he also have to find a way to leverage the situation too, because he understand that Bola Tinubu cannot afford to lose Kanu, but most importantly, the Northwest is also very important to the scheme of things. And the former President Buhari is never a fan of Bola Tinubu. All you need to understand is to go back to 2011, 2012, and they call him criminal to his face, the face of the water. But it's never a fan, so it guarantee that his own faction, a man who's very popular in that angle, we go with Tinubu 100% cast in stone, even though they belong to the same party as of today, but they understand how they came together. But Tinubu, even though he fought them, even when the power is in their hand and he won, it's not leaving anything unturned. So hence, Concourse will be on the side, they leverage too. But it's a political game. You ask for, and you don't necessarily get what you ask for. You take what you can get. So we see how it pans out. So my own calculation is that Konkoso is trying to, yes, I might be having the lesser card now, but at the same time, you need my ass. If you actually want to have a voice in this region that will guarantee you some, at least 25% of every state within the Northwest, I am the guy that will make that case for you. And you know it. So that's the leverage that Konkoso is leverage on. But in order for me to give you my full loyalty, you also have to do me a favor. Give me a position in the party, preferably the chairmanship of the party. So we can all have At least a leverage to work on my own future and work on your future at the same time collectively. That's my reason of things, ladies and gentlemen. That we take a bow for now. Come back later, maybe with some Trump world news. But until then, please like, share, and subscribe. Ciao, ciao.